The moment my hand connected with her cheek, I saw his face go pale. My husband, my supposed partner, the man who promised forever? The slap echoed louder than my heartbeat. Before I could even register my own fury, he grabbed me, and the world blurred with pain as my legs snapped under him. I hit the floor hard, the air escaping me in a sharp hiss. "You need to reflect," he hissed, dragging me down to the basement. The lock clicked behind me, final and suffocating. In the dim light, the damp smell of concrete mixed with betrayal. He left me there, alone, silent, except for the dripping of some distant pipe. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I pulled my phone from my pocket, ignoring the pain. My fingers trembled only slightly. I dialed my father. "Dad," I said, voice steady, eyes cold. "Don't let a single one of the family survive." The line went silent for a moment, then a low chuckle. That was all I needed. I remember when I first met him. Eyes bright, smile easy, promises that felt like home. He held me like I was the only one who mattered. I wanted that life with him. A house, a family, laughter echoing through rooms. I believed in every word. I didn't see the cracks at first. The late nights he claimed were work. The texts he quickly hid. The way he stiffened whenever I entered the room. Subtle, almost imperceptible, until the day I found the messages on his phone. Her name, bold, repeated, laughing at things only we shared. Shock hit me, sharp and white. But I didn't break. Not yet. My pulse was controlled, my mind began to map the path forward. Every betrayal I uncovered was a puzzle piece. Every lie a step toward justice. I watched him, quietly, smiled when I needed to, waited, listened, calculated. The plan wasn't chaos, it was precision. And precision takes patience. I started small, quietly transferring assets, changing passwords, logging every detail, names, numbers, addresses. I planted seeds of doubt among his closest friends. I watched him squirm as his social standing wavered, carefully orchestrated whispers and leaks circulating just enough to unsettle him. Meanwhile, I rebuilt myself. Legal counsel, financial security, networks he thought I had abandoned. Every move measured, every step deliberate. The day of reckoning arrived like a storm I had been carrying in my chest. He walked into the living room expecting compliance, expecting tears. Instead, I stood tall. "You really thought you could ruin me?" I asked, voice soft, deliberate. His smirk faltered. The mistress behind him clung to his arm like a lifeline, but it was already fraying. "Everything," I said, letting the word hang. "Everything you thought was safe? Gone." He laughed nervously. "What are you—" "I've called the people who know how to handle betrayal," I interrupted, calm, icy. "You should have checked the mirrors before you played with fire." I watched as realization spread across his face. The financial transfers, the social web tightening around him, friends distancing themselves, the subtle legal maneuvers I had set in motion weeks ago. I let him feel each loss in real time, a slow unraveling that mirrored the years of lies he thought were hidden. Her hand flinched away from him. He stepped back, desperate, but there was no escape. He had underestimated me, underestimated what it means to be silent, controlled, and patient. By the time my father's reach had touched their world, the psychological dismantling I had orchestrated left them vulnerable, weak, exposed. Not a scratch on me, not a mark of chaos, only the quiet satisfaction of justice served with surgical precision. And then, finally, alone again, I sat on my couch, legs still throbbing, the night outside dark and quiet. I allowed myself a breath. Not relief, not guilt, empowerment. I had been betrayed, humiliated, locked away, broken. But I rose. I whispered into the shadows, a confession meant only for myself. They thought they were untouchable. I made them remember what happens when you underestimate a woman who refuses to break. No anger, no hysteria, just the sharp, clean edge of victory.